lady. I got a lady. I got a lady. Hey, I got a lady. I got a lady. Hey, name is the upper echelon. She a debater, baby. She can give it to you straight, no chaser. She got the smarts. She got the heart. She got the heart. She got the confidence, baby. Yeah. Baby, she the upper echelon. You know you intimidated. Stupid can't play with smart. She got the smart. She got the smart. She got the heart. She got the heart. She got the confidence. Baby, she the upper echelon. You know you intimidated. Stupid can't play with smart. 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 I got a lady. I got a lady. I got a lady. Hey, I got a lady. I got a lady. Hey, name is the upper echelon. She a debater, baby. She can give it to you straight, no chaser. She got the smarts. She got the heart. She got the heart. She got the confidence, baby. Yeah. Baby, she the upper echelon. You know you intimidated. Stupid can't play with smart. Stupid can't play with smart. She got the smart. She got the smart. She got the heart. She got the heart. She got the confidence. Baby, she the upper echelon. You know you intimidated. Stupid can't play with smart. 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 Stupid can't play with smart.
Welcome back to the Upper Echelon Podcast, where we keep it real and we keep it jiggy over here. Cause why? Cause we ain't never ever scared. Hit that like button on your way in. Make sure you hit the notification bell, and also make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Welcome in, welcome in. If you would like to donate to my channel, you know what to do. $ UPP 1987. Let's get into the topic, y'all. On the late night, y'all. Of course, it's the weekend. So I'm off tomorrow. So I said, you know what? I did plan on just staying up, making me some snacks and watching like some true crime or something like that. But I've been in these YouTube streets. I don't know if y'all been in these YouTube streets, but it's cracking. It's been cracking all day. It's been cracking all day. I missed half of it because I was at work. And I put a status on my community wall, and I was like, what is going on, child? People been hooping and hollering and arguing and fighting and yelling. And I'm just like, what is happening? This Ramika Meeks case is really, bringing out some real raw emotion in people. Folks is beefing behind it. And, the only thing I kind of want to say to that is at the end of the day, take it or leave it, but at the end of the day, justice is going to be served. The young lady is in jail. She's been apprehended. She's locked up. She ain't getting out. She's going to be in there for now. This is just the estimate. Don't write it in stone. But the girl, from what I've seen done here in the city of Chicago, before trial even happens, it's going to be some years now, y'all. So I think that people just need to allow, things to play out. And in the meantime, I don't think it's anything wrong with continuing advocating, but the fighting got to stop. The Fighting got to stop now. Because regardless of anything, the facts gonna remain the facts. The girl is in jail. She in there for a reason, and she's not getting out. I'm gonna say before trial, it's gonna be about a good 2-3 years before we get to a trial, unless she decides to go ahead and take a plea if she's offered one. But I've said that before. That's my prediction. But we're gonna talk more about Carlos tonight, y'all. We're gonna talk a little bit about Carlos tonight. What's going on, T. Smith, Honey Williams, Nicola, Miriam Miller, Twin Mommy, Rolanda Jones. You know what? Hold on, y'all. Give me a sec, because I want to set my my goal. I haven't done that in a couple days. Let's see. You know what, y'all? I think I'm gonna start doing. I think I'm gonna start doing a late night live on Fridays and Saturday. Maybe I might do one tomorrow too. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Okay, Krisha with the membership. I see you, girl. Hey, Terry Dow. Thank you for that. Super. Appreciate you. Let me see where I stop at. Miriam, Twin Mommy. I said hi to you. I hate Rolanda. Hey, T Mill. We're gonna get into some interesting things. You know what I think is what I enjoy? I enjoy going back and looking over things that maybe we've seen before, but just like a movie or a sitcom or whatever, the more you look at something, sometimes the more things that you pick out that you didn't notice before. I think that's a part of analyzing. Analyzing means to look over the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And that can be tedious for people sometimes. And a lot of people don't do that. However, I do it. I've watched the video of the crime scene hundreds of times. I don't even know how many times I watched it. Not because I enjoy it, but I'm watching it because every time I watch it, I pick out something different that I didn't notice before. I have been analyzing and studying Carlos' live stream that he did very recently. I want to say like maybe week before last. When was it, y'all? Like last week? I've watched that so many times I can't even count. I did not screen record it, so I've had to go to like different people's pages to see who did screen record it, and I've saved it in a private playlist, and I watch it over and over and over again because it's a lot of things in that video, behaviors that he displayed and things that he said that I find interesting. So today we're going to look at some of that stuff, or tonight we're going to look at some of that stuff. Hey, Lametrius. Hey, Nina Edwards. What's going on in life with Treasure? Welcome in. What's going on, Raw and Unbiased? Welcome in. Came to Live. Welcome. Justin, Teresa, Nick Wheel, Gigi, Tasha, Becca Cry. Hold on one second, y'all. Hey, Erica. Sweet Queen, Barbara Weaver, welcome in. Discussion board, welcome in. Hey, Miss Linda, welcome in. My girl Krisha, welcome. I'm just trying to make sure I get everybody. Hey, Hazel Eyes. I think I said hi to Nicola. Miriam. Thank you for that, Terry. Hey, Miss Foxy. Stephanie Landry. Too Real. Welcome in. Angel Jones. Barbara Weaver. I think I said hi to Barbara. Terry, thank you again so much for that super sticker. I really appreciate that. Batinda, trying to get everybody before I get started. Y'all have some patience with me now. Okay. Thank you for that membership, Free Thinking. You know what? I've had a few people purchase memberships over the past couple of days, and I think I'll do a members only live sometime this weekend. Maybe not tomorrow, but maybe on Sunday. Afternoon, I do a members only. So let me just say this, okay? So I am elated that Miss Holly is where she needs to be. And I did a live the other day where I basically said, you know, all of the fighting back and forth with Holly supporters really is pointless. I had somebody the other day on Facebook tag me in a post and really try to bait me into a back and forth or a debate. And let me say this, my name is Upper Echelon, the Great Debater. However, I don't debate with people who I know I can beat. Okay. If you are not on my level intellectually, you will not get a debate out of me. My purpose on YouTube is to give my opinion. I know sometimes it comes off very strong. I know it comes off kind of harsh sometimes, but that's just my personality. It is what it is. If I'm not your cup of tea, you don't have to watch it. But what I'm not going to do is at a debate, and I'm not trying to sound cocky, y'all, but I am a Leo. Okay, so just accept me for who I am. Okay, but to me, a debate. If you want to debate with me, I believe that that would be a privilege. So you can't make me debate with you. If you want to debate out of me, it has to be because I want to debate with you. And that's the reason why I don't debate and go back and forth with Holly supporters, because I don't think they're on my level intellectually, obviously. Okay, so take that how you want to take it. So I made the decision that I'm not here to go back and forth or debunk foolishness or silly things that don't make sense or stuff that's just not even legal. I'm just not even here to do that. I'm here to give my opinion, whether you like it or not. That's what I'm here for. So T Smith laughing. You know what, y'all? A lot don't like me, y'all. I have come to that, and you know what? I have and you know, I think that some people might take offense to that, and I just want the people that do take offense to what I said to understand I don't care. And now I want to move on to go live about it, you know, whatever. I want to go on to looking at Carlos live. Now, a lot of people are saying that Carlos didn't do anything wrong. Okay, so that's been like a issue of, you know, the folks going back and forth. Did he do something wrong? Didn't he do something wrong? I think he did. You know, I think he did do something wrong. Does that necessarily mean that he is going to go to jail behind it or get locked up behind it? I don't know. My prediction, though, is that he will. I do predict that he will face some sort of time or some sort of punishment for the role that he played on that day. I also want to get people to understand that I want people to understand that we also don't know everything. So I want people, you know, I think that people probably should be careful when they say he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do this, he didn't do that, because see, when you do that, what ends up happening is what's going on, Queen Fee? You end up having to put your foot in your mouth, kind of like how Holly supporters have had to put their feet in their mouths very recently, over and over and over again, by making claims without basing those claims on what is actually happening and the facts. We've heard them say that Holly is not going to get charged, despite the fact that we know that a life was taken and we know that there was an open investigation going on. I think the biggest clue, I think people are not looking at things the correct way. Because one of the things I remember being said a lot was she's not going to be charged at all because the case has been open for almost 3 months. The way I looked at it, though, is the fact that the case was still open shows that there's a lot to be investigated. To me, the case being open 3 months was not me looking at it like, oh, they must not have anything and they're looking for something. No, for the case to be open 3 months, for somebody that said that it was self-defense, is a big sign that there's something going on that they have seen, or something that they have found that they're really looking into, that they have to keep the case open to continue to investigate it. Because if somebody's saying, well, it's self-defense, and then if the initial police report is saying there's video footage, but the case is still open and it's not closed. Well, that means that, I guess it's not as simple as self-defense. I guess there's something else going on here. Now, I think that people have to be very careful when saying that Carlos didn't do anything wrong, because if we are being, for real about it, we really don't know. And the reason I say that we don't know is because one of the things that we can assume is that all parties' phones have been taken, they've been confiscated and dumped. So there's a lot of things that we don't know. So I do find it odd how confident people are that Carlos did not play any part in this at all, especially because we haven't seen all of the evidence. Now, some things we can look at and make a synopsis based off of what we see versus what we don't see. However, it is going to be hard to say that somebody is completely clean and innocent of something when you haven't seen all of the evidence. What we haven't seen is phone records. We haven't seen text messages. We haven't seen Google searches. We haven't seen the data. We have not seen internet searches. We haven't seen communications through social media. We have not seen who's been communicated with. We have not heard all of the witness statements. We have not heard. Now, remember, I think that people get caught up in the few witnesses that we have heard from, but I think that we can all kind of agree. Well, I don't have to say we can all agree, because people are from different places in the world, but I can tell you that that street, Cermak and State Street, that's a pretty busy intersection, pretty busy street. So, and I told you that I pretty much know for a fact that there's a lot of witnesses. I have verified that. However, we don't, can't say, how do I want to say it? Just, it's a lot of witnesses. And I also say that let's just look at where it happened at. So the incident happened in front of, on the side of a huge residential building with hundreds, probably thousands of residents. Okay, so we know that there's some witnesses from that building. It has to be. Also, this is a school zone, a school area. There has to be school staff maybe walking around somewhere, maybe crossing guards, safe passage somewhere in that area. There's a lot of people that saw what happened. And so I don't understand what the purpose is of consistently talking about the same couple of people, because what I predict is what's going to end up happening if a trial does occur is that a lot of people are going to come forward. There are going to be a lot of witness statements that people are going to be blown away by. I do think that text messages are going to come out. I do think phone records are going to come out. I do think that whatever communication between Carlos and Holly had on that morning before the unaliving is going to come out. I want people to understand that there's a lot of things that is going to come out that haven't come out yet. So before you say that he's completely innocent, I think that y'all might want to wait to see what electronic communications there are. Also, we have not seen the video. Now, let's look at this. Where is it? Let's look at this live stream that he did the other day. And let's point a couple things out here. Sometimes we can get so distracted by the hooping and the hollering and the fighting and arguing. Let me block this guy real quick. Okay. Can I block this person? Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Okay. That we kind of get distracted and from what we're supposed to be doing, what we should be doing. And you know, this is a really a criminal case, and what we should be doing is looking at the facts. Now let's look at what Carlos had to say here, and I'm gonna show y'all what stuck out to me. This is the live that he did the day that Quadeja was locked up. A woman hopped up on his panel, and they were having a conversation here. And I'm gonna point out something that stuck out to me.
$1 question, bro.
What's that?
You a personal trainer, right?
Yeah.
Shorty, okay, so your two baby mamas look like they real little, like real itty bitty women. You couldn't stop that shit.
It was stopped, but something happened. It's gonna come out.
So let's rewind that.
Itty bitty women. You couldn't stop that shit.
It was, but something happened. It's gonna come.
So this is the reason why. This right here is the reason why. When you are witness to a murder, or if you know you're considered a witness by the state, the best thing to probably do would be to stay off of social media. I think the last thing that you want to do as somebody who is witness to a crime, the last thing that you want to do is hit the live button, live stream, and document certain things on the internet that everybody's going to end up screen recording. You know, the best thing to probably do is to be quiet. And you know what the thing, I'm going to tell you what I think about what he just said. But the crazy thing to me is that it's not just him though. I don't know. I think this case right here is so crazy because I've never seen people so willing to throw themselves under the bus ever in my life since this case. I mean, it has been everybody jumping on panels, friends, associates, family members, making posts, associating with content creators, talking back and forth with CCs, all up in the inboxes, all up on the panels, hitting the live button. Do y'all not realize? Oh, and the auntie, can't forget about the auntie, y'all, incriminating the hell out of that girl. You know, I've never seen anything like it in my life. Why in the world would you be under investigation? Now, technically, he's not under investigation to our knowledge, but I believe that he is under investigation. But I can't say that for sure. However, I do think that he's still being watched. I do think that he's still being monitored. I do believe that the police are probably still going to want to question him and talk to him before the actual trial. But you know, that's just, who am I? You know, I don't know anything. But we'll see. We'll see if Carlos goes to jail. And then if he goes to jail, because I think that he is going to go to jail. If he goes to jail, I'll come back and I'll say I told you so. Okay, y'all. So now let's get into what he said that kind of threw me off. Okay. So
it was stopped, but something happened. It's gonna come out.
What he said was during the altercation was stopped at a certain point. So one of the things that I have been saying, and for y'all that didn't hear that, let's hear it again. I think the courts are probably going to play this during the trial if a trial occurs, but let's play that again.
It was stopped, but something happened.
Itty bitty
What did you say, y'all? Let's play it again.
You couldn't stop that shit.
It was stopped, but something.
So what he said here on his live stream in front of thousands of people is that a fight was going on between Holly and Romika at a certain point. He then goes on to say that the fight actually stopped, but something happened. He didn't say what that something was, but he said the fight stopped and something happened. This is what he's saying. So one of the things that I've been saying on my channel for a while is just a question. And the question that I've been asking is, if you unalive somebody, and this is I think it's a pretty valid question. if you unalive somebody, if you pew pew somebody because you're reporting to the police and you're reporting to investigators or whomever that you pew pew them because you are defending yourself, because you're being attacked, because somebody is fighting with you, somebody's hurting you, you're in fear of your life. And so because you're in fear of your life, you pew pew them. The thing that I've been asking for a while now is it or is it not strange? And I think this is a valid question again, that the witnesses that we've heard from have only reported, from what we've heard, a fight with, or not a fight, but a shooting. We have not heard anybody report an actual altercation. We have not heard anybody say they were fighting and then Romeka got shot. No, we haven't. But we have heard a lot of people come forward and say that they witnessed the shooting. Oftentimes, if somebody is pew pew because they are fighting and because they're defending themselves from an attack, normally, reasonably, an intelligent person would assume that if you saw the fight, then you must, or if you saw the shooting, you would have had to see the fight as well. And if you didn't see the fight, then that would mean that the fight happened significantly earlier than the actual shooting. So this is where the self-defense claim has holes in it, because Carlos is on his live stream telling thousands of people that there was an altercation at a certain point, however, it stopped. Then he stops and does not tell us what happened to cause the shooting. However, he does verify and see when he gets on the stand, because he will be called on the stand when the trial begins, if there's a trial. And they ask him what happened on that day. He cannot now go on the stand and defend Holly and say, oh, well, Romeka was whooping her ass. Romeka was stomping her out and she just had no escape. She just had nothing more that she could do. She just had to shoot her because she was being attacked. See, now he can't say that. Now, we know we also have the videos too, but in his testimony, when he gives it, or when he speaks further with the police or investigators or the prosecution at this point, I don't even want to say the police, but the prosecution at this point, if they, want to speak to him any further, he can't now say that Holly was being attacked. Now, this is the narrative that Holly supporters are pushing on the internet. They're pushing that big bad Romeka was attacking Holly and trying to get to her son. And that is the reason why she had to be pew-pewed. However, Carlos is giving a very different story than what Holly supporters are giving, because witness number one is telling us actually that the fight stopped. Should we play it again? Let's play it again, and then we'll listen to some more. So the next time you guys are in the bushes or you peeking in, what's going on, Malish? Hey, everybody coming in. Next time you guys are peeking in over there, listening to the Holly rhetoric, and they say that, big bad Romeka was stomping, Holly out, and she just had to shoot her because she was just so in fear for her life, and her life was in danger. I want you guys to refer back to what witness number one said. He was actually on the scene. Now, I know the thing to do is to discredit the witnesses and make it seem like we know more than what the people there actually know. But witness number one is actually saying that the fight stopped, you guys. So that is poking holes right there into the self-defense claim, in which Holly is saying that she had to shoot. Remember, when it comes to self-defense in the state of Illinois, and probably most states, one of the things that they ask, especially obviously in an unaliving, in this case in a shooting, is not is did you need to do it? Not did you want to do it, but did you need to do it? Is this something that you had to do? Reason being is because in a case of self-defense, that's the number one element, is that you had to do it. You can't say I just wanted to. You just want to slap somebody, but you can't just want to kill somebody. So I think that people are oversimplifying the case, if you ask me. It's far more complicated than people are making it out to be. By saying, for instance, by saying, people shouldn't have to fight. That's an oversimplification. You're making it too simple there, because yes, we understand that nobody has to do anything that they don't want to do. However, there are laws put in place to where we have to do things that we don't want to do sometimes. And one of those things is, if you get your ass whooped, you might have to walk away. That's one of the things you might have to do. You may have to defend yourself in a way that you really don't want to defend yourself. You may have to fight back. You may have to look over your pride after you get stomped out and say, damn, I got my ass whooped in front of my baby daddy. Let me just get in my car, swallow my pride, because this shit is not worth my freedom. So sometimes, even though you don't want to do something, sometimes you got to do it because it's the law, right? So the question remains here. I'm very interested in knowing what happened or what could have happened. And the reason I say, because what he says here is, yeah, it did stop, but something happened. But he doesn't say what that something is. So I'm just wondering what that something is. Because if that something isn't that she was being attacked again, then she is going to jail. She's going to prison. You know that, right? So if that next part of something happened isn't it did stop, but then she jumped on her. That would have to be the something. The something would have to be she was being physically harmed. She was scared that she would die. She was scared of the risk of suffering some sort of great bodily harm, because that's what it says in the law code. It can't be something happened like it did stop, but Romika said something that really pushed her buttons. Or it did stop, but Romika said something to antagonize her further. Or it did. No, it has to be, there's only one thing that could happen to justify a shooting. So if it did stop, but something happened, the something that got her shot would have had to be she was doing something to physically harm, great bodily harm, or possibly murder Holly in order for Holly to shoot her. If that's not what the something is, then Holly's going to prison for first-degree murder. So let's go ahead and play the rest of what he said. But I did want to point that out to y'all. He said, now see, her supporters get mad with us, but we're only presenting what these people are. We're only going over what they're presenting. I'm not making anything up on Carlos. I'm not, going live and putting an AI video out or making up some big sensationalized, a clickbait or anything. I'm literally playing his own words and analyzing what he is presenting. So you can't get mad at Upper. You got to get mad at Carlos because he said it. I didn't. I'm just playing it back, baby. Don't get mad at me. I'm just playing it back. So let's play it back. He said the fight stopped. We're going to go back to the crime scene footage too, because a lot of this footage that I'm finding and going over is contradicting what Holly's supporters are saying. They're saying one thing, but the people on the scene are saying something else. So I'm trying to figure out where their theory is coming from. Where is their version of events coming from? Because the people that were there are actually saying something very similar to what Romika's supporters are saying, that Holly in the moment was not being attacked. He hasn't been on live stream since this date. I don't think he's been very active on social media since like December 3rd. No, like the day that she was arrested, December 4th, I believe. He hasn't really been very active. And I understand why he did live stream.
Happen. It's gonna come out.
Shit.
It was stopped, but something happened. It's gonna come out.
In the video, from what we seen, it looked like you was trying to tell the bystanders to shut up. You pushed the girl back because you had blood on your hand, and you moved Shorty back like you was telling them to shut up, like you was trying to defend the fact that she shot her to the ground 3 times. Like,
No, that's
I don't
how
understand. You saying people attacking you, but by the video, it looked fucked up.
that's a video.
You was telling them to shut up. Why they got if they just seen this lady get shot to the ground for no reason?
They were saying they was loud as hell, saying all type of shit. Like, oh, they
Why
was,
wouldn't they be? Like, that's something.
all right, well,
Like, you just seen somebody get shot in the face. She shot her 3 times. Why 3 times?
they was going crazy.
And you swole as hell sitting out there with 2 little bitches. Like,
That's another thing. That's another thing to take in consideration. Y'all take out y'all pens and paper, okay? It's another thing to take into consideration. Now, we already know this, right? But I just want to emphasize that not only is Carlos saying that the actual altercation stopped, it came to an end, but something happened. I guess we got to wait to the trial to see what the something is. I think maybe the prosecutors probably saw this live stream and they're going to ask him what that something is, because a keen eye and a keen ear listened to this live and said, wait a minute. So you're in agreement that she wasn't being attacked when she was shot? So when you guys are saying that the witnesses are lying, we're going to listen to the witness statement again too. When y'all are saying that the witnesses are lying, Carlos isn't saying that the witnesses are lying. Carlos is not saying that the witnesses made anything up. Carlos series of events, or the way that he remembers it, seems to line up quite well with what the witnesses are saying. But I mean, hey, I'm just listening to what listen, I did not come into this story with an automatic who I thought, oh, you know what? I'm just going to say she right because I feel like saying she right. And I'm going to say that she the villain just because I feel like saying she's the villain. No. I came into it. If something walk like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a motherfucking duck. It's a duck. If it walk like a murderer, talk like a murderer, it's a motherfucking murderer. If it walk like an accomplice and talk like an accomplice, it's a motherfucking accomplice. I'm just saying. It's very difficult not to be biased watching some of this stuff, because at this point, it's pretty obvious what's going on here. I mean, to me, anyway, I'm gonna let y'all make y'all's own opinion, but I'm just saying, I mean, it looks pretty obvious to me what happened on this day. But I mean, y'all look at it and analyze the facts and come to your own conclusion. But how much thinking do you have to do when the people are telling you what happened? Aren't they telling us what happened? Didn't the witnesses tell us what happened? Isn't Carlos telling us what happened? He telling us, but he don't want to really tell us. He really don't want to tell us. He really, really, really don't. Because if the truth was, you know what? She broke out of my arms and she jumped towards Holly and she tried to choke her. So Holly shot her. If that's what happened, trust and believe that's what he would have said. He definitely would have said that. Under investigation or not, he definitely would have said that, but that's not what happened. What happened is actually, I'm sure, very, 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 very different. And what happened, the truth is probably very, very, very incriminating. So he can't say it. Why do y'all think that these people are jumping on these panels and going so hard for this man and for this girl? If a person is innocent and a person did nothing wrong, all a person has to do is sit back, wait for the police or the investigators or whoever to look at the videos, wait to be exonerated, and move the fuck on. They don't have to recruit friends to jump on panels. They don't have to hit the live button and try to explain shit. All they got to do is sit back. They don't have to dig up a bunch of videos of Romika screaming and yelling and looking crazy. Because yeah, if I find videos that make her look crazy while she yelling and screaming at me, that'll get the people to see that she deserved to be shot. And there are some people, you know, I'm gonna leave that one alone. But there are some people out here that think because Romika had, you know, was going back and forth with Carlos on video and had some issues with baby mama, baby daddy drama, that she deserved to be shot. I mean, I've seen someone say that she signed her own death certificate. Yeah, this is what the people are saying. So, I mean, the tactic that they're using is fooling some people, but it got to stay up extra late at night to fool me. An innocent person does not behave this way. An innocent person is not going out of their way, digging through the archive of their phone to send videos of their baby mama cussing them out so that they can put it on social media for them and then pretend like they don't know the person from a can of paint that's putting out the videos. Even though the videos came from your phone, you have a motive here. Your motive is to make her look like a monster, because if she looks like a monster, if we can paint Romika into a monster, and then we can paint Holly into this soft girl, you know, this soft, innocent, never did anything wrong young lady, and she's just in love with her new man, and the bitter baby mama is just crazy. The narrative is actually that they're, to be honest with you, it's so predictable. I mean, it's almost insulting that they would even think that that would work. Like, who, I'm sure if somebody would video record me when I'm mad, I'm sure y'all ain't seen me when I get mad, baby. If somebody recorded me every time I got mad and then put it out and then said, this is who Upper is, because see, look, I have Upper is 30, I'm 38. Upper is 38 years old, but we have 10 videos from her 38 years of life of when she was going crazy, cussing people out and getting into it with women about a man that she was in love with, and getting into it with her baby daddy. And look how horrible of a person. Now, we know that Romika was 31. So Romika's 31 years old. And in those 31 years, from those 31 years, we have 6 or 7 videos of Romika cussing out Carlos. So those 6 or 7 videos wrap up her entire 31 years. And those 6 or 7 videos means that she was a horrible, terrible, intimidating, big bad wolf bully that deserved to be shot and signed her own death certificate. Now, unfortunately, you can't trick me like that. But there are some people that will fall for that. Ooh, you know, I thought that maybe this wasn't self-defense, but when I saw those videos, I just like, what? What? I'm just like, oh my goodness, I'm just too. Again, y'all, this is the reason why I refuse to argue back and forth with. I'm just not debating certain people. This is why I don't drop my link a whole lot. I just ain't got the patience, y'all. I just don't have the patience. I don't have the patience. If we're gonna, like, my thing is this: if we're gonna talk about a case dealing with self-defense, and okay, you're saying it's self-defense, I'm saying it don't look like self-defense, and I'm saying here are my facts, and my facts are: number one, she was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. Number two, the witnesses are saying what they saw. Number three, Carlos is saying what he saw. Number four, we saw the proffer. What is it called? The bond proffer, the document that Miss Tia Ewing read off. Okay, we are seeing all of these things. Also, we're seeing that a lot from the witness statements, the camera footage from the CTA bus are aligning and corroborating with those statements. So far, it's early in the case, but so far, this is what I have. And then when I present what I have, and then you come back and you say, well, look at this video from 2023 when she was cussing out Carlos and she said she'd whoop Holly ass. Well, I mean, okay, so what else do we have? Oh, we also have this order of protection. Yeah, I mean, I know we don't have any proof that any of the things that she put on the order of protection actually happened, but it's on the order of protection, so we're gonna use that. And I'm just like, are y'all? It's giving. I just want to say she's innocent just to play devil's advocate at this point, because the defense is weak sauce. I mean, the defense is weak as hell, as hell. And it's just like, that's why I'm like, I can't, certain things I just cannot muster up to argue with. It's just like, what? That's all you have? Yeah, I got 6 videos. Look at these 6 videos. I got a Romika right here in this video. Look at her. She swinging a 2x4. I'm okay. I remember when I was a kid, I watched my grandma chase my granddaddy down the street with a bat. She was still a wonderful, God-fearing woman. So what? Beautiful lady. But she had to get his ass together. I mean, what do you want? I mean, what? So what? If camera phones existed back when my mama and my daddy was married, oh, the shit y'all would have seen. Boy, I remember one time, I ain't even gonna tell y'all that part, but it don't make some, and my parents were pastors, both of them. My mama was a pastor, and my father was a pastor growing up. If we would have had if there would have been social media back in the day when my parents was married, the shit y'all would have seen. And let's not talk about the shit after the divorce, after they got divorced. Oh shit. If camera phones would have existed back then and social media, Facebook, Instagram, them niggas would have went viral. Them niggas would have went, my parents would have went viral. You understand me? But my mother's still a beautiful woman, a loving woman, a wonderful person, a wonderful human being. She'll give you the shirt off of her back. Just because you see an argument between a couple, all of a sudden, those few videos wrap up their whole essence, their whole being, because you got 5 videos of them cussing a nigga out. I mean, I'm gonna let you have it. If that's what you got, that's what you got. But like I said, I'm gonna finish playing the video, but that's the motive there. The motive is because some people that is going to convince some people. And I think that's just what they just want to convince the people that they know that they're going to be able to convince. But somebody was on Key's panel earlier. She said something that made a lot of sense, where she said what they're doing is pointless, because at the end of the day, they are trying to sway the opinion of public. They're trying to sway the public perception. But it doesn't matter. All that matters is what the courts think. And in court, is Romika's character going to come into question? I'm sure that's going to be something that the defense shows. However, it's not going to fly. Of course, they're going to show that. Of course. I heard a rumor that one of the things that the prosecution was doing, and I don't know if this is true, and that's why I didn't go live about it, because I did have people saying, hey, go live about, the witness is supposed to be getting. I'm like, I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't seen any documentation showing that. But if it is true, I was actually hoping that it was true. I'm gonna tell you why. If it's true, and again, I don't know, but if it's true that the prosecution is pulling a witness because she said the N-word, that's actually really good news, because that pretty much shows that they don't have anything. I mean, at this point, you just trying to do whatever you can to have a defense at this point, because that's the weakest shit I've heard in a long time. That's the weakest shit. As far as the defense, your defense is pulling a witness because she used the N-word. Now you're getting desperate. Now, see, that shows me that you don't have anything. You're scared. You're scared. Why would you pull a witness? I mean, Why would you pull people that were there? You are innocent, right? You didn't break the law. You did everything in order the way that it should be done. You didn't commit a cold-blooded unaliving. So leave the witnesses alone. Let the witnesses speak. If they're lying, it'll come out. Why withdraw a liar? Why try to get a liar withdrawn? Keep the liar in there. The liar is going to get caught in court. Those are some sharp people in court. The judges aren't. A judge isn't a dummy. The attorneys aren't dumb. If you're lying in court, you're going to get caught lying in court. They're going to trip you up somewhere. So let the liar get on the stand. Why are you so scared of that witness? Why are you scared of her? Why you don't want her to talk? If that's true. If it's true. So I was actually hoping that it was true, because I'm like, damn, if that's all they got, this is going to be easy street. That's it that she said, nigga. And then that's y'all actually trying to get her pulled with that? Y'all ain't got nothing. Y'all ain't got nothing. Y'all ain't got no spades. y'all ain't got nothing in y'all hand. No spades. No spades. The prosecution about to run a yard on y'all ass. Y'all have nothing. Okay, let's finish playing this. Hold on.
Like they smallest.
See what else we hear in this.
Excuse my language. I ain't trying to disrespect the dead, but they little as hell. You couldn't stop that, and you a personal trainer, bro.
Once you hit
that just didn't look right. Then you saying everybody attacking you. From the video, it looked real suspect.
Yeah, that's just the video. But once you hear this real story, you gonna be like, damn, that's how it happened.
But video don't look.
What's the real story? What's the real story? Where am I on? 410? What's the real story? Because you just told us the story. You just told us the story. Where are we at? What's the timestamp? 410. Okay.
Right.
You ain't seen what the video ain't show nothing but some aftermath. So you're lying.
Right, it showed you telling no girl them to shut up.
They don't got nothing to do.
Why you moving them? Why they gotta shut up if they just saying an innocent person get shot 3 times and she this little?
Was you out there? What you hear?
What I heard was
we just heard you say that the fight stopped. You said the fight stopped, but something happened, but you can't say what it was. You said the fight stopped. We know that. We know that the fight stopped. So we know that. Okay, so y'all, for the people just coming in, because I see that my number jumped up a little bit. I want y'all to. Don't even worry about rewinding it. I'm finna tell y'all what we was just saying, right? So Carlos' statement. Carlos' statement is matching up here with the witness statement, y'all. The witness statements are matching up with Carlos. Carlos said that at a certain point, the altercation stopped, the fight. Because see, a lot of people were debating on whether or not there was a fight or altercation. And I still don't know if it was a fight or altercation. I'm going to get into that in a moment. As a matter of fact, I might save it for tomorrow because I might not feel like doing it tonight. But we're going to go over the initial police report. Now, I'm gonna rewind this so that y'all can see what y'all missed. But let me just say something about the initial police report. So a lot of people are saying that Holly got beat up that day, or something was going on to where Holly got battered. Because in the initial police report, it says that Holly was being battered by Romika. We're gonna go over it tomorrow, because what I want you guys to remember is who gave those statements. Notice, remember I told y'all, no other witnesses have said that Romika was beating Holly's ass and then Holly shot her. Nobody's saying that. The only thing the witnesses are saying is that Holly shot Romika. They're saying a host of other things too. They're also saying that Carlos was pushing Holly away and that Romika got into her car and that Holly approached her car once she got in. They're saying a lot of other very incriminating things as well. But one thing that's missing out of the witness statements is that there was a fight in which, during the fight, Holly shot Romika. Now, I want y'all to remember something. I never said there wasn't a fight. But what I said was that the witnesses never witnessed the fight. Meaning that if there was a fight, there could have been, But if one happened, it happened long before the shooting. Keep that in mind, y'all. It's a reason why none of the witnesses are saying that Holly got beat up, because even if she did get beat up, they didn't see it. That is where she broke the law. I don't know how else to spell it out for y'all. She broke the law. She committed murder. This was not self-defense. Nobody is saying, oh, Holly shot Romeka because this is what was going on. This is what was going on and she had to shoot her. No, they're saying verbatim, there was a when I say altercation, I don't mean physical, but there was a verbal altercation going on. This is what witnesses are saying. Romeka is in the open doorway of her car. Carlos is in front of Romeka, and then behind Carlos is Holly. All three of them are kind of in a line by Romeka's vehicle. This is what witnesses are saying. They're saying that he was trying to put Romeka in the car and he was pushing Holly away. What does that tell us? That means that they were both trying to get at each other. That's what it sounds like, right? So it sounds like they were both trying to get each other. Key word, both. They're not saying Romeka was trying to attack Holly. Holly was sitting there like, Lil Bo Peep, and wasn't doing anything wrong. And, crazy Romeka had to be put into her vehicle. That's not what people are saying. People are saying that they were going at it. Okay? Carlos was in the middle pushing Holly away. That's the only altercation that we hear of. Or some of the witnesses are saying all they saw was a confrontation between Carlos and Romeka. But nobody is saying that there was a fight between Holly and Romeka. Remember, that doesn't mean that one didn't happen. But a fight happening or a fight not happening is not the point. If a fight did happen, a fight happened. But it doesn't mean that it is in any way associated with the shooting. Because what it sounds like is if a fight happened, it happened a long time before the shooting. So you cannot associate self-defense with a fight that happened significantly earlier than when you shot a person. See, this is what a good prosecutor is going to point out. I'm sure they've already first of all, they've seen the footage. And if any of this stuff is lining up with the footage, and this is the reason why I say that she's cooked, because she is cooked. I'm not just saying she cooked because it sounds cute. She's fucking cooked. She's cooked. And not only is she cooked because of the witnesses, but her own boyfriend is on here telling on her unbeknownst to him. He don't even realize it. But for some reason, those 5 or 6 videos of Romeka cussing Carlos out is supposed to get Holly off scot-free. Y'all got to, I don't know if it's crack, dope, heroin. I don't know what it is y'all do. I don't know what y'all over there doing, but that's not going to get anybody off of a murder charge because somebody showed videos that are completely unrelated to the actual, completely unrelated to the actual incident. Oh, but it speaks on her character. Well, a lot of things have been presented that speaks on Quadacia's character. One of those things is that she called DCFS and tried to get that girl's child taken away. Why are you bothering that woman and her child? Why are you harassing that woman and her child? Another thing she did, according to statements, is that she contacted Romeka and told Romeka that she left her robe over Carlos' house. Oh, let's not act like she didn't do anything, okay? Let's not act like this wasn't mutual. See, regardless as to, and this is, I'm insignificant in this as well. I'm just a content creator. I'm just a blogger. But let's talk about what the courts are saying. And this is also very significant because the courts it's only been a detention hearing. It hasn't been anything else other than a detention hearing. And then on the 23rd, it's going to be a status hearing. Some people are saying preliminary hearing. I'm saying status hearing. I don't think they're going to be ready. I think it's going to be a status, but that's just my opinion. I don't know. But the court, even at the detention hearing, The judge barely even had to look at anything. Just looked at a couple of things for a couple of minutes and was able to determine that Romika was not in this alone. So regardless of the picture that they try to paint online about Romika being this big bad aggressor and poor little Holly just was so innocent and she never did anything wrong and she just had to defend herself because she was just, that's some bullshit. Not only is it some bullshit, not only do I say it's some bullshit, but the court said it's some bullshit. The judge said it's some bullshit. The judge looked at a document in the courtroom on what was it, y'all? December 3rd or 4th? I'm gonna say 4th. On December 4th, and said y'all were both going back and forth at it with each other. The judge said this in court. So it don't matter what some bloggers are talking about. It doesn't matter that people are trying to villainize Romika, because just like you villainize Romika, Holly can be villainized in that exact same way. The only difference between Holly and Romika is that Holly didn't have somebody following her around, whipping out a cell phone every time she was cussing and carrying on. Romika, on the other hand, had somebody plotting on her just in case he needed as evidence for something. Whatever that something may have been. Every time she did something, we had somebody whipping out a cell phone and recording it. And I don't know why that is, but I guess we can just use our imaginations as to why Romika's behavior was being documented very, very, very close to her time of death. But I'm going to leave that one alone until the trial starts. I'm going to leave that one alone because I don't want nobody to say I'm spreading rumors, but I'm going to leave my thoughts in my head on that one. But you know, y'all can just draw your own conclusion as to why that is. Why every time she gets, I'm sure, gaslit, and we have no clue what is done or said to Romika before the phone is whipped out. We don't know what's making her cuss him out. We don't know what he said or did to her before he started recording. But just so conveniently, we have a recording of her while she's already going off. I guess Romika was a nut job and she was just cussing and yelling for no reason at all. I guess out the clear blue sky, she just walked up on Carlos and just started cussing him out and nothing happened. I guess nothing caused her to do that. You know how they give Holly excuses. Oh, well, Holly may have wrote that on social media, but people made her react like that. She was made to react like that. Well, I mean, can the same thing be said about Romika? Do you think that Romika just walked up on Carlos with a 2x4 for no reason because it was just a beautiful day outside and she just wanted to swing on him? Or do you think Carlos did or said something to her to get a response, and then after the fact, he pulled out a cell phone and started recording her? I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you. I'm not going to judge your level of intelligence. Whatever you come up with, you stick with. I personally believe that something may have happened before he whipped out the cell phone and started recording. I'm going to just, I'm not Einstein or anything, but I'm going to assume that maybe something happened to make her respond like that. I'm just saying, what do y'all think? Do y'all think that she just did it for no reason? Or do y'all think that Carlos said or did something, or maybe they were in the middle of an argument or a disagreement, but as soon as she started acting like a wild maniac, he then pulled the phone out and started recording with no context behind it, just in case he needed it one day? What do y'all think? When were those videos recorded? I wonder what the timestamp is on those videos. Do you think those videos may have been recorded very, very recently? Like like maybe months before she died? I don't know. Maybe that has some significance. I don't know. Y'all draw your own conclusion. I'm just throwing just stuff out there. But let's go ahead and finish this video. I think it's not that long.
Saying like, get back, telling the people to get back when they was like, you shot her.
After police job, what they say when Instagram thing or anything going on? They say get back.
You
right?
ain't the police.
Well, if the police do say get back when it's a crime scene, so why was you stepping all that through the blood, smearing fingerprints wiping blood on wiping blood on the witnesses and everything else. So yes, you're right. The police do say that when it's a crime scene, but obviously in this situation, the police didn't know what they were doing, because they should have told him to get back. They should have told him, stop walking around the crime scene. Can you stop touching her body? Can you get away? We don't want you to kick any shells. We don't want you to kick any bullets. Everything needs to stay where it is. Can you move? And these people really think, let me just say, these folk really think that the police told this man to move his car. This is a crime scene. Nothing is supposed to be moved. Nothing. Nothing should be being moved at all. Not his car, not nothing. The only thing that needs to move is him. He needs to move. So they could tape this area off, call out the detectives, have them mark the spots where the shells are, do their job, not having him smearing blood everywhere, wiping off fingerprints, poking the body, repositioning the body, and everything else. The Chicago Police Department need to be held accountable. So one of the things that he's saying that is correct here is that one of the things the police tell you is to get back. So if you are telling us that you know that here in this video, yet you were still footworking all up and through the crime scene on that day. Now we'll never know why. And after a crime scene is compromised, you can never get it back. So,
nigga,
So
you supposed to been down there with your baby mama trying to make sure, like, hold a bullet wound or
Who
something.
said-
She just got shot 3 times.
so how you know I wasn't down there?
Cause not the police. If I was standing right there, you would have been like, move back, like you the police.
we don't know if he wasn't down there. I'm gonna give him that.
Like I really would have moved back. I probably would have been on the ground trying to help her, especially
I
if that's
was,
my
though.
baby mama.
I definitely was though.
Your ass looks strong as hell. I've been following this story since this happened. I'm trying to figure out how your strong ass didn't stop this girl from shooting her 3 times.
Hold on, let me see.
And don't forget, y'all, he said the fight stopped, but something happened. I don't know what that something is, y'all. I don't know what that something is, but he said something happened. Whatever happened made Quadeja snap. Because whatever that thing is that happened to make that Romika shot, Quadeja felt like Quadeja felt like one shot wasn't good enough. She felt like she had to fire rounds. So whatever that one thing is that happened after the altercation got broken up, must have been pretty serious for Quadeja to feel like, oh shit, I'm just finna. I mean, it had to be serious. I mean, what was it? What was it that happened? I'm so curious. I cannot wait to hear what it was. I cannot wait to hear. And then they said she shot once, paused, and then walked forward and continued to shoot. I mean, I don't know what it could be. What y'all think? What do y'all think it could be? What do y'all think that thing is that happened after the fight stopped or whatever, the altercation stopped, that got Romika unalived? Because he said something happened. I can't tell y'all what it is, but something happened. I mean, what was it?
I want to know that.
It's gonna come out.
We want to know.
You go figure it out. Not on here.
And then y'all bump fists like good job or some shit. That's what they saying you did.
That's a lie. A lie.
Don't believe the hype.
And then
He just don't even sound like he just sound like he lying, y'all. I don't know. He don't sound confident at all. He sounds scared as shit. I don't know. That's just my opinion. What y'all think? I think he sounds scared than a motherfucker.
hold on. On top of that,
You
you
sound like you finna shit on himself.
trying to tell us like she did this, she did that, and she was stalking me. Fuck all that.
That
This
ain't
girl
have-
is dead. She's not coming back. Why even do that?
No,
if you still her baby daddy.
They got something to do with do something with me, like all that shit a lie.
What's a lie? Cause we seen in the video you was definitely moved telling them people to shut up.
I mean, so what? That ain't nothing.
How? Like, this girl is on the ground losing her life. She shot 3 times. She this little. I never met her, but she looked like she this.
Why she say she was that little? Look at her hair. This lady was off the chain, but she was making some good points. She was making some good points. She also asked him, basically, in so many words, she asked, what is the significance? Now this is me translating. Okay, she said, basically saying, what is the significance of you showing or talking about all of the things that you all went through in your relationship, basically the negative things y'all went through. And if you notice, I don't know what he's doing, but he's not really answering certain questions. He's being very evasive. So I think one of the things, I mean, you guys, as humans, we question ourselves so much, but we got to stop questioning ourselves. When something don't sound right, it's usually not right. So I know one of the things that most people are wondering and probably glossed over and said, whatever, maybe it's nothing, is what was this live stream for? What was it for? What was the live stream for? He's not giving us too much of anything. He's letting people up, but he's not answering any questions. He's engaging why. He did it conveniently on the day that Holly was arrested. Why? I mean, we can't just ask these questions and not think about them in depth. You have to think about these things. Why did he go live on the day that she got arrested? Why is he live anyway? Usually when people go live, it's because they have something to say. But it seems here that he doesn't have much to say, but he does have something to portray. He came live to portray something. One of the things that he talked about consistently throughout this live is how bad of a person Romika was. One thing that do I have any true crime fans in here? Like, do I have people that like to watch interrogations? Drop a 1 if you're one of those people that like to watch like interrogations and stuff like that. I know me, like I love to watch interrogations on YouTube. No, Nisha, that's not the reason. He's not trying to be a star. He's not trying to be a star. Okay, I do got people that like to watch interrogations and stuff. So I don't know if you all have ever noticed this, but in an interrogation where someone has unalived someone and the detectives call them in for questioning, one of the things that they always do so I'll give you an example. So we're going to use the name Mary and Joe because those are very generic names and they're easy. So Joe is found unalived in his house. Mary is his wife. And of course, the first person they always look at is the spouse. So they call Mary in for questioning. One thing that they notice is that Mary loves her husband, Joe. But Mary makes sure to throw in that Joe was an abuser. That Joe wasn't always a very good person. That Joe was having an affair on her. But she loved her husband. And she was a loving wife. And she did everything that she could do for Joe to be a loving wife to Joe. The pattern here is, and this is just one situation, right? But the pattern here in the dynamic when it comes to victim and perpetrator is that the perpetrator will always villainize the victim. Always. Always, always, always. It never, ever, ever fails. Even if they are not asked to villainize the victim. Even if the investigators or the police don't say, Did Joe ever do this sometime? Did he ever hit you sometimes? They don't even have to ask. The perpetrator, the guilty party will always try, the murderer. You ever play the game Who Done It? The person that done it always villainizes the victim. Next time you watch a murder mystery, or next time you watch 48 Hours, or the next time you watch like an interrogation and they're calling different people in, like those interrogations on YouTube, I guarantee that if you use that method while trying to solve the murder before the end of the video, you will always solve the murder as far as who did it when you pay attention to who villainizes the victim. Whoever they call into the interrogation room that speaks negatively of the victim did it every single time. Every single time. If you watch an interrogation where 5 people are called in because Susie was murdered, they're interviewing, they're interrogating the boss, they're interrogating her best friend, they're interrogating the last person that was seen with her, they're interrogating the mailman. If the mailman says, "Oh yeah, I delivered mail to Mary. She always left me a holiday card or a gift around the holidays, but the last time I remember seeing her, she was in a horrible mood. She was yelling and screaming, and she was being really nasty to me. I don't know what was wrong with her that day, but other than that, she was a pretty cool person." The mailman did it. And I'm just telling if y'all don't believe me, try it out. Try it out. Go watch an interrogation where you have never seen that video before on YouTube. Because they always do it. They call a whole bunch of different people in. It's a whole bunch of different crime podcasts on YouTube that have interrogations. Just watch a random one and use that method. And I bet you that you're gonna be correct. Pay attention to who villainizes the victim. I remember it was this. I can't remember the man. Y'all, I don't want to get too far off topic, but it was this case. It was really big, and I can't remember the name of the man, but it was a white dude, and it was a huge case. It was like nationwide. His wife went missing. She was walking the dog. I bet you somebody in the chat is going to remember who I'm talking about. He was walking the dog. The wife was walking the dog, and she went missing. She was pregnant, probably like 6 or 7 months pregnant. It blew up all over the world. I forget the name. What is the name of that damn man? They never found the body of his wife, but he was still arrested and charged with first-degree murder, even though they didn't find the body because they had so much evidence. If y'all can remember the name of that man, drop it in the chat. But the reason I brought that situation up is because the first thing he did was villainize his wife. Oh, she probably ran off and had an affair. That's the first thing. If somebody ever say that the husband or the wife ran off and had an affair, they killed him. It's the same thing here with this situation. It's just baby mama, baby daddy. Scott Peterson. That's it. Scott Peterson. That's it. A perfect example. They will always villainize the person that they murdered because regardless, it's subconscious. They don't even realize they're doing it because they still have an ounce of how they felt in the moment that they killed that person. They still feel that way. They still have that hatred. They may feel a little guilty. They may feel a little scared. They may think they're going to get caught, but it comes out. That's the reason why it's a whole method. That's the reason why they interrogate people for hours and hours and hours. Because if I can get you to talk for 6, 7, or 8 hours without a break, you're going to say something incriminating. That's why you never talk without an attorney present. But let's get back on point. But the reason I brought that up is because that's exactly what Carlos is doing. And it's working on some people. Some people are falling for it, but and he also, let me say this too. He also understands that what he's doing is common. I don't think that Carlos is dumb at all. I don't think he's stupid. I think that he knows that what he's doing is common. The first thing he started doing when this live started is he was talking about all of the things that, Romika had done to him. And Romika was crazy, man. I love her, man, though, but she was crazy. He's doing it in a very subtle way. And you guys gotta just pay attention. Like, and not only that, but during this live, I think David was on this live, and Q was trying to come on the live, but I think he couldn't get up or whatever. Something was going on where he was having technical problems. But Carlos is watching our live streams. Carlos knows what's going on. In the beginning, Q tried to act like he hadn't spoken to Carlos in years and they barely knew each other. Nobody questioned how Q got all of the videos that he was getting from a person that he claims that he doesn't speak to. When obviously the person that's recording is Carlos. So obviously Carlos is giving him the videos, right? So I think that Carlos is not dumb. And I think that Carlos is using or working with his friends because he feels like the more people speak negatively on her, the more convincing it will be. That's the reason why he's not doing it a lot, because he has people doing it for him. He has people doing it for him. Just think about it. The way that he smiled and got excited. I mean, he was like, Quadri down there. Oh, Quadri trying to come up. Quadri, hold on, I can't get him up. Why are you trying to have someone come up onto your not panel, because he's on Facebook, come into your live stream that you know has been on social media, saying that he has said that your child's mother deserved to die. He's said horrible, horrible things about the mother of your child. He's posted horrible pictures of the mother of your child. He has spread an awful narrative about her after her death and completely disrespected her after death. He's been on panel after panel being completely disrespectful to the woman that you've been with for 10 years, but you were ready to excitedly invite him onto your panel, onto your live stream. Why do y'all think that is? See, all of these things be happening right. Sometimes shit just be right in front of people's face, but because it's so blatant, people don't think that it means anything. But sometimes people are just careless. Why are you openly inviting a man who has been parading around social media for months, dragging the shit out of your child's mother who is deceased? You are aware of this as well. Aware of it, but you're willing to have him come up and engage with you in a friendly conversation. Obviously, he means Romika no good. And when I say he, I'm talking about Carlos. He meant her no good in life, and he means her no good in death. His whole purpose is to villainize her. He's been working with Quadre. He's working with David. He's working with these people to go into overdrive to villainize Romika. Why is it so important to villainize someone that you say is guilty? You say that she deserved it. You say that it had to happen. It's not something that Holly wanted to do, but she had to do, and she's going to be exonerated. If that's the case, why have you been working for months and months to try to villainize a person that you say was in the wrong? If someone is in the wrong, then the video will show that they are in the wrong. The evidence will show that they are in the wrong. Why are you working tirelessly with someone through social media, acting like you don't speak to them? But when Stevie Wonder could see that all three of these guys talk to each other. I mean, the insult to a person's intelligence is crazy. I mean, you can clearly tell that they communicate quite often. So that question that's a question that has to be asked. Why are you working so hard to make this girl look bad? If she's bad, she's bad. If she's bad, then her character will speak of it. You live your life for your funeral. You can tell who was a bad person at their funeral because there's going to always be somewhere to sit. There's going to always be somewhere to sit at a bad person's funeral. The girl had hundreds of people at her funeral. Did y'all see that funeral? Ain't nobody lining up to wish to give their goodbyes to a demon like that. If you're a demon, why are all of these people coming to give their farewells and to pay their respects to this demonic, crazy maniac that was running around the city of Chicago terrorizing everybody? If she was so horrible, you live for your funeral. I'm telling you, in them 31 years that she lived, I'm guessing that she didn't do too much wrong other than them 6 videos that Holly supporters have. I'm guessing that she was a pretty good person overall, because it was hundreds of people at her funeral. And she's only 31 years old. She's not this elder who has made so many connections throughout their lifetime. She's 31 years old. She clearly was very loved by a lot of people. A lot of people. Not only did that show at her funeral, but it also showed in the courtroom. So let's continue to play this, but I want y'all to keep that in mind. What is his motive? Everybody got a motive. Everybody got a motive. Everybody. We talked about this on my last live stream. When you name one thing that you do without a motive, I bet you can't name one. I bet you can't name one thing that you do without a motive. So he has a motive. He's doing it for a reason. He's definitely not coming on here to tell us anything. So why else is he live? Just think about it.
It's little in the camera. Why she got to shoot her 3 times? And then you talking about self-defense, bro. Hell no. Fuck that. Ain't no self-defense. She shouldn't have shot her 3 times. That's some bullshit. I didn't like it. Your ass looked swole as hell. You in here lifting weights and you couldn't stop them bitches from fighting? Come on, man. That's why we looking at you like that, bro. That's why the world looking at you like that. Straight up. Your ass too, you too swole to not stop them from fighting, for one thing. Why would you work them? And then you talking about she got a gun.
The crowd.
Yeah, she was making too much sense, so he had to go ahead and drop her down. That's not what this live stream is for. Live stream ain't like the live stream wasn't for all that. Now he tried to get her down so fast that he accidentally muted himself. Hold on. he said, wait a minute, Joe, your ass making too much damn sense now. He tried to drop her so damn fast that he accidentally put his cell phone mute. Look.
You like that, bro. That's why the world looking at you like that. Straight up. Your ass too, you too swole to not stop.
Hey, look how he looking at his phone. He like, hold on, let me get that. He like, wait a minute, let me get this motherfucker off my damn panel now. Wait, let me get this motherfucker down. She talking too much now. Look how,
straight up.
Look how he look at his phone before he drop her. He like, let me get this motherfucker.
Your ass too, you too swole to not stop them from fighting, for one thing. Why would you work them? And then you talking about she got a gun.
The crowd, they was going too crazy out there. The other side, they justice for me and shit. Like, I'm just fucked up always around. I got one baby mama fighting for freedom, one gone. I'm fighting for kids. I talk to you. We'll holler when you go see me one day. Like, JoJo. Ain't mixed up and fucked up, man. Like, it's like the long ball. Like, this shit ain't even supposed to get like this. Really, the families, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, but the family, you know how your family is. They ain't supposed, like, they reacted like that. Yeah, I ain't expecting to do that, but, I don't know. I ain't expecting to react like that. I thought they'd go come over, sit and talk. Like, this what happened. I don't, you know what I'm saying? And it was just gonna be, damn, what we gonna do? But it just straight turned into war. Fuck you, hey. Fuck you. When we see you, it's this and that.
I mean, come on, man. Come on. I mean, so you thought that you was gonna be out there, on the scene of the crime, the scene of the murder, with the murderer. You in a relationship with the murderer. You there with the murderer. And Romika gets unalived, and you thought they was gonna sit down what over tea and crumpets, hot tea and biscuits, and talk civilized about how you sat there and held her daughter in a headlock while she was getting ready to get shot. I mean, what type of conversation did you think was getting ready to happen? That's the part that kind of I don't know how I don't know what to think about that. He said that he thought I just thought we was gonna sit down and talk. Are you okay, sir? What are we talking? Do you understand the gravity of what happened? I don't think he understands the gravity of what happened. You were there. Somebody got murdered, Carlos. Somebody's dead. And you thought you was finna talk about it in a nice, calm, reasonable fashion.
Ain't nobody touch me.
I guess. I mean, am I saying something wrong? Does that make sense to y'all that he would think that? That don't make sense to me. Why would you think that somebody is dead? You there? According to the court documents, and I thought you was just holding her in the headlock, but the court documents say you was still an owner as well. And what? I thought I didn't know it was gonna go like this. I thought we were just gonna talk, and I mean, what? This not Grand Theft Auto. You don't get an extra life. You can't come back. She gone forever.
Somebody else got hit in the mouth, but it wasn't me. Man, I ain't disappoint nobody. The truth.
I don't even think he believed that, because I don't think he believed that. When he say I ain't disappoint nobody, I don't even think he believed that. I mean, you did disappoint somebody that day, and they not really old enough to understand the gravity of it just yet, but one day they will be old enough to understand the gravity of what happened on that day. And they will understand, what went wrong. They're gonna know what happened, because now it's at the point where it's turned legal. They're gonna be able to you're not gonna be able to tell him a story. He's gonna grow up, and he's gonna be able to look the story up himself. He's gonna see the videos. He's gonna see all of it. He's gonna be able to see what happened in court, pull up the documents, and he's gonna be able to research and see exactly what happened on that day. And so when he says he didn't disappoint anybody, you did disappoint somebody that day.
The true story. The truth in the mouth, but it wasn't me. Man, I ain't disappoint nobody. The true story still ain't out there, and it's like
2 takeaways. Carlos said he.
If y'all hear that, that's my dog snoring in the background. I don't want to play this person's commentary. Hold on, let me see if I can.
Others feel he exposed the moment. Romeka's mother. All this, what?
Y'all, let me let that play. I want to rewind back the whole point of why I'm even playing this video, because I got about 100 more people in here that wasn't in here when I played it. So let me play this part before I move on to something else, y'all, because this is the part that is significant, and the reason why I wanted to play it, because I was going over the live stream, his live stream randomly tonight while I was preparing for. I was actually getting ready to make a video. But I decided to do a live stream because I wanted to see y'all's reaction in real time to what y'all think about it. Hold on.
Your shit just glitching.
Yeah. You a personal.
Hold on, y'all. Let me find the timestamp. So, because I want you guys to keep this particular part in mind. This is the part that I think that is very important. Is some people may think that it's small, and even though it's only a couple of words, in those couple of words, he definitely completely destroyed the Holly's defense completely. As witness number one.
I don't know. I just clicked on somebody. I ain't letting me add nobody. Nobody.
Damn, buddy. $1 million question, bro.
What's that?
You a personal trainer, right?
Okay, it's getting ready to come up, y'all. For those of y'all that just came in the room, it's getting ready to come up. Again, to some people, it's just a few words, but to somebody with any sort of, I guess I would call it like legal sense. If y'all know how it works in court, if y'all know how testimony work, or I wouldn't even say shit with common sense, then you know that these couple of words that he just spoke on this live stream completely destroyed Holly's defense. He's gonna have to explain what he meant by this.
Yeah.
Shorty, okay, so your two baby mamas look like they real little, like real itty bitty women. You couldn't stop that shit.
It was stopped, but something happened. It's gonna come out.
There you go, right there. So to some people, that ain't a big deal. To me, it's a really big deal. Actually, it matters a whole lot, because it doesn't matter what that something was. That's going to matter later on. But what that does tell us is the answer to the question that everybody's been asking. Was Holly and Romika fighting physically? Was she being attacked? Was her life in danger? Was her life being threatened? Was she at risk of great bodily harm at the moment that she pew-pewed Romika? Witnesses have already said no, but now we know that Carlos is in agreement with the witnesses. Carlos, the one that Holly supporters are defending, is actually agreeing with the witnesses that Holly supporters are trying to discredit. So remember, when you discredit the witness, you have to discredit Carlos, because Carlos is in agreement with the witnesses. He's not saying that the witnesses are wrong when they say that there was no altercation, there was no physical anything happening at the time that Romika was shot. That's what they're saying, and that's what Carlos just said on his live stream. Did y'all hear it? Let's play it one more time, and then we're going to move on, because I want y'all to hear something else.
It was stopped, but something happened.
Women. You couldn't stop that shit.
It was stopped, but something happened. It's gonna come out.
So you guys, I guess we got to wait for that something to come out. But for right now, we do know that according to Carlos, it was stopped. So for the Holly supporters in here hating on me from the bushes, the question that y'all been asking has been answered by witness number one. The altercation was stopped. Shout out to Terry. Thank you for that super chat. Okay, so let me find some real quick, y'all. Oh shoot. Let me see. Hold on. Give me 1 minute. Yeah, I know I said that because I know I got haters in the bushes because y'all don't like my commentary, but you can't help to listen to me because I'm so great, obviously, that you just can't even help but to be in here. How do you not like commentary and come in and listen to it? That is crazy. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me see. Step. Because I don't listen to shit I don't like. That's that. No. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. I'm just trying to find something real quick. Damn it. Or you know what? While I look for this, I can let this play. Let me drag this down real quick. Make sure if y'all in here, y'all liking the video. I need y'all haters to hit the like buttons. I know I could smell y'all through the computer screen. I could smell a hater in here. Make sure y'all hit the like button too. Let me see. Damn, did I get rid of it? Shit. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Let's see, where is it at? Where is it at? I know I'm gonna find it. I know I'm gonna find it. I had it up, you guys. I had it up and I accidentally clicked off of it. I'm just scrolling. It's on here somewhere. Thank you, Selena, for that super chat. I appreciate you, boo. This is because I played. Well, I don't want to call it a witness statement, but I played. I played Carlos' account of what happened here. I played Carlos's account of what happened on that day, and now I'm gonna play the witness account and see if it lines up with what Carlos said. Okay. Let's see. Witness.
Um, I was actually the one at the scene, so I was the one that was yelling out to arrest her because no, I wasn't doing anything. I was actually the one.
Thank you, Krisha. I appreciate that. Super.
Who called the cops first, and I saw them. They were fighting in the beginning, and I was like, "This is not right." He was slamming her with the door when she was standing in her door frame, not even close to the female. So she was literally standing on the other side of the road, and her baby daddy was literally slamming the door on her back. So she went back into her car, came back out, and then this was when the baby daddy walked towards the other baby mama. After this happened, he grabbed her by the waist. She tried to wiggle away from him. Her arm was like literally almost getting free, with his arm around her neck this time, because he was holding her by the waist in the beginning and she wiggled out, you know. After this happened, he had her in the, like, almost looking like a headlock to me on the side, and then she stated, the other baby mama stated, "I'm gonna shoot you, bitch. Watch me shoot you, bitch." And he stated, "Oh, she's gonna go get her gun. She's gonna go get her gun. Watch." And after this happened, she ran to the passenger side of her vehicle, grabbed her gun, went around, and when the woman, the mother, you know, who slipped away from him for at least like maybe a good second, as soon as she slipped away, she shot her, and she shot her in the face, on her side, and in her thigh. And I saw him like holding her for a split second. Maybe he was in shock, but after he was in shock, I guess he picked her up, and when she was falling, like a gush of blood fell, you know, like out of her body. And I was like, what the fuck is he doing? You know, like, I don't know, everybody else sees movies, you know what I mean, and they see put pressure on the wound. You know, why weren't you putting pressure on the wound? Why weren't you caring enough? This supposed was your first baby mama, because when I was on the bus, I heard him and her screaming, and she was literally saying, she was like, "I just dropped off my fucking baby." What? I just dropped off my fucking baby. Are you guys kidding? As soon as I got off the 21 bus, and Troy got it, you know what I mean? Everything that I literally had to, I wasn't gonna let her die like that. You know, I literally looked into her eyes. That hurt me. You know, she said she dropped her baby off, and you don't know who she is. You know what I mean? And I was like, arrest her. You know what I mean? They weren't even thinking. There was another black female cop who came up, and a Mexican short cop, and I pointed out, I was like, the guns in her car, why wouldn't you give him the gun if possibly this was, you know, a self-defense? You know what I mean? Hey, here's the gun, this is what happened. It was no self-defense. I swear to you, it did not look like no self-defense. It looked like you shot her because you were just angry or something. You know what I mean? And to me, when she shot her, it the female that got, she wasn't with any gun. She didn't have no weapon, no knives, no nothing. So what was it that frightened you such? You had to run around your car, go into your passenger seat or whatever the case is, and you reached in to get your gun and shoot this woman, you know? So to me, it was a senseless, they were arguing because she was pulling up and I guess they ended up parking. Why was her car parked on the sidewalk? Because I seen she ran towards the sidewalk to get her gun, and it was a small black vehicle, and he had a black truck, I think, and literally he came out of his truck looking like real, like he was on anything but being like mischievous, like he was planning something, you know what I mean? And I called the cops on the first time I called the cops, it was because he was attacking her, you know, and the other girl was just yelling at her and she was arguing back. So there was nothing going on for her to be like, oh, I'm gonna step back over here to go get my gun, you know. She was near her, but that's all I gotta say. And I know for a fact that she did get arrested, but he got let go. So hopefully, you know. But
I mean, so the witnesses, this witness is saying that she was nowhere near her. I just have to. I mean, I think is the responsible thing to do would be to ask yourself what reason and what the witnesses have to lie. I mean, what would be the, you know, calling the witnesses? I mean, I could see certain discrepancy in a witness statement, you know, does happen sometimes because in the heat of the moment you don't see everything. But there are some very large occurrences here that this witness is remembering that that you just wouldn't forget. And one of those things is she was nowhere near her. I mean, didn't Carlos pretty much say the same thing? That the whatever they had going on stopped, but then he said something happened. What was the something that happened? That she got out of the headlock? Well, I mean, what was it that happened that caused her to be shot? The witness here says the same thing that Carlos says. This is the reason why this girl is charged with first-degree murder. I'm going to go from level of importance to the least. Number one, because Romika didn't have a gun. She didn't have a weapon. Number two, because the video footage must have shown. Remember, y'all, there is footage of this incident. So in order for the investigators to charge her with first-degree murder, something had to be seen on the videos to make them charge her with first-degree murder. The videos were a part of the evidence. So when Holly's supporters are saying, I can't wait till that video come out, you do realize that they have the video and that they've seen the video. And obviously, if the investigators have seen the video, and if the investigators have, now I told y'all the process, the investigators have to collect their evidence, and then they take their evidence and they submit it to the state's attorney. So the state's attorney has also seen the video, and the state's attorney agreed that she should be charged with first-degree murder. Y'all do know that, right? So what do you all think that the video is going to show? What do y'all think that video is going to show? If the video was part of the evidence that got her charged with first-degree murder, do you think that the video is going to somehow exonerate Holly or incriminate Holly? Let's use our brain, y'all. I know I say that every live stream, but I feel like I just got to encourage critical thinking. Use your brain to say, I can't wait for, as a supporter of the murderer, to say, ooh, I can't wait till that video come out because it's going to come out, and when it come out, it's going to show such and such. Y'all do realize that the only people that haven't seen the video so far is the public. Y'all know that, you know, the public haven't seen the video, but it's been seen. It's been reviewed. If the video showed self-defense, you do realize she wouldn't be charged with first-degree murder right now, right? You do realize that if the video that they have does show that Holly was defending herself and Romika was beating her to smithereens and she had to shoot her, that she would not be charged with first-degree murder. You do realize that, right? You do know that the video was seen by the investigators, the state's attorney. I don't know why people would keep saying that there was no grand jury, but I'm gonna let y'all have that one, even though I know that there was one, but y'all can have that. People are saying there wasn't one yet, so I'm gonna let y'all have that. But it's been seen by several different people who all seem to agree that from the video, this was not self-defense. So I'm gonna leave it there, and I'm gonna let y'all sleep on that tonight. The Holly supporters that's in the bushes watching me, I'm gonna let y'all sleep on it because the people in the chat, y'all already know what it is, and y'all know what it is. But to the ones in the bushes, the haters in the bushes, I want y'all to just ask yourself that question. It has been put in court documentation that part of the evidence is video footage. Y'all know that, right? I'm just making sure y'all know that. So ask yourself, this is one little piece I want you to sleep with. If video footage is part of the evidence that got our queen, Holly Johnson, charged with first-degree murder, what does that mean for Holly? What does that mean? Does that mean that whatever is on the video shows Holly in a good... Okay, so if Johnny has 5 apples, but he eats 2 apples, how many apples does Johnny have left? Is that how I should be talking to her supporters? Should I be talking to her supporters like that? Okay, so if the jar has 4 marbles, but Johnny takes out 2 marbles, how many marbles are left in the jar? Now, if you can answer that question, then you should be able to answer this question. So we got how many apples Johnny has left. We have how many marbles are left in the jar. Now, the third question is, if a video is used as evidence to charge a person that is claiming self-defense, do you think the video shows the person in a good light or a bad light? I'm gonna leave you guys to that. I know it's gonna take y'all a while to figure it out, so I'm gonna let y'all think about it overnight, and we'll come back tomorrow. I want y'all to do y'all homework, and y'all better have the answer tomorrow. I'm gonna bring some stickers to put on y'all papers. I'm gonna put a big gold star on the paper if you have the right answer. Okay, so let's move on. Let me see. Oh, that's the wrong. I'm grabbing the wrong mouse.
I said, and what I witnessed, I just don't want to be put on the stand or anything to say. I did put a statement in because I know it's necessary. It was a ridiculous. I'm a mom too. I wouldn't want my beard like that, and I wouldn't want me to be laying in the ground. She's a sister, she's a mother, she's a daughter, she's somebody to everybody. She's a friend, and that was bogus to just stand there and look at her like she was nothing. To me, I was literally so mad. My boyfriend was also really mad. He was yelling at them. I don't know if you noticed. He was there too, and I was on the phone with him while this was happening. I would call back at him, and he was like, "What's going on?" I was like, "Please hurry." And I even had him run that way. I was like, "You need to run that way to go see if he's okay. Go see if everything's okay. What's going on over there? Is she laying in the? Go see if she's okay." And it's just senseless that I felt like I had my boyfriend over there because he was just standing over her like, I'm so sorry. Thank you.
No, I just want to say, witness, I want to give you a hug, and I just want to thank you from the heart for speaking up and being a hero and having of God on you to have that.
Yes, and that's when I heard Miss Me.
Okay, so I'm not gonna play the whole thing because I gotta move on. It's getting late, and I don't want y'all to fall asleep before I get into my last thing. So tomorrow, y'all. Do I got any Chicago folks in here? Tomorrow it's gonna be like 10 degrees. I'm not going no damn where. I'm not doing shit. It's gonna be 10 damn degrees outside. So I think maybe we'll go live tomorrow. And if y'all ain't got nothing to do, y'all can come in here and kick it with me. And we could go over the entire witness statement. And but we can't do it tonight because I want to move on to something else. CLC said, give me your phone. What I do? What y'all laugh? I'm not even looking at the comments. They hate us, man. Oh, y'all laughing at because you know what? I'm just trying to make it fair for everybody. I want everybody to understand, and I know sometimes you got to break it down in very simple terms, beyond layman terms for some people. Sometimes you have to, sometimes you got to talk in, you got to go take it back to the second grade for some people. And when you give them a way to, you gotta be relatable to the people. So I know with you guys, I can, speak regularly. I can, talk normal, use words that have more than 6 letters with you guys. But with the people in the bushes, I know that I may have to break it down to the simplest of terms. You got to be able to relate to your audience, even the audience in the bushes, even to the haters. I want everybody to understand what I'm saying. So when I break it down in simple, if Johnny had 4 apples, if I have to break it down like that, I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to the haters that are in the bushes praying on my downfall. Praying in the bushes, praying on my downfall. I see y'all in them bushes. I now say thank you because I broke it down to where y'all can understand. So y'all should say thank you. Let me see. Where is it at? Okay, look. So this is another thing that you know what? I did a live on this already, but I just wanted to remind you guys. This is another thing that Carlos said. Carlos just all over the internet agreeing with the witnesses. Okay, he all over the internet agreeing with the witnesses.
She's the one who shot her. She's the order, but she shot her. Oh my fucking God! Baby in the car, how you close to the drop her? Get up! You scared as hell, all right?
He's already with self-defense.
Yeah, that is not self-defense. We were trying to cover in the car, bro. You're throwing her in the car, bro. What are you talking about? You had her in a headlock. And then you shot her, Brody. I was there. I write a statement. Don't worry about it.
I want her arrested. They go fucking gun in the street. I'm licensed to carry.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, bitch.
You shot somebody, nigga. What the fuck wrong with you?
Calm down. Calm the fuck down.
She put the gun in the gun. She put the gun in the car. The gun.
Look at her goofy ass. Chicago Police Department, y'all got to do better. Y'all out here bad. Y'all are out here bad. Don't nobody want to be a Chicago police officer. They hiring anybody. They hiring. I'm telling you, don't nobody want to be the police. You will lose your life over a traffic stop. Don't nobody want to be the police out here.
The gun. She shot her. This girl right here.
These people, they watch Netflix throughout the academy. I mean, this is sad.
Here, she shot her. She shot her. She put the gun in the car. She put the gun in the car. The gun in the car. Arrest her.
She's the one who shot her. She's the order, but she shot her.
You know what? I don't think this is it. This is not the one I want. Hold on. Let me stop this and go. Let me just go to my video. Hold on, let's see. What time? I don't know. I'm probably late. Probably late, like around maybe like 9 Central Time. I might not go live early. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find something. Okay. Let's see. I think it was a stream I did. Was it a live or a video? Hold on, y'all. Be patient with me. Okay. Oh, here you go. Yeah. Okay, so let me pull this up. That's not what I wanted to show y'all. This is what I want to show y'all. Okay, so this is the part where Carlos is in agreement with the witness here. So we saw the other video where he did say that the altercation stopped at some point. So we saw that one. So now let's see the video where he agrees that Romika walked away. And the witness statement, when you go and you to Tia Ewing's when she was reading off the document, the court doc, in that statement, it also goes into detail saying that after Romika broke away from the headlock, she took 2 steps back before she was pew-pewed. So let's see. Let me go back here.
But I didn't really over going on, but what I did for shot.
In this car, Brody. She walked off. What the hell? In this car, Brody. She walked off. What the hell? Yeah, because she got shot and walked off.
Now, if you guys didn't hear what the history.
She walked off. What the hell? Yeah, because she got shot and walked off.
Now, if you guys didn't hear what the Hispanic guy on the side walked off, something and was over.
Hold on, y'all. I don't want to hear myself. Hold on.
Then live video this was over. Carlos, he did.
Damn, do I really be talking that much? Damn.
Walked off. And Carlos,
Shit.
So
I'm trying to.
Now, I was trying to do the thing, and I'm interested.
Yeah.
In this car, she walked off. What the hell?
So he's on video saying that she just walked off. All of them are saying that she walked off. So in this video, he's saying she walked off. And in the other video where he went live, he's saying that the altercation stopped.
She walked. Carlos.
In this car, Brody. She walked off. What the hell? In this car, Brody. She walked off. What the hell?
They're talking about Romika TLC.
Carlos.
Because after he says that, he goes on to say she got shot. So he is saying they are talking about Romika.
Here is explaining to the witnesses shot.
In this car, Brody. She walked off. What the hell? In this car, Brody. She walked off. What the hell? Yeah, because she got shot and walked off.
Now, if you guys didn't hear what the Hispanic guy on the side just said,
let me see what you guys' thoughts on that is. If they had community surveillance cameras, it would have shown Carlos shooting Ro. it would have shown Carlos shooting Roe. So I don't understand why people are saying Carlos shot her too. He would be in jail right now next to her too. Are people saying that he shot her? I don't know. I don't think that he shot her. I don't think he shot her. No, I don't think that at all. I haven't heard anybody say that. If they did, I haven't heard it. Also, none of the witnesses are saying that he shot her. That man that was on scene, I don't know. Maybe he thought that, or maybe he said it wrong because he was excited and screaming. But yeah, it's not showing that he. If he shot her, then like you said, he definitely would be in jail right now because they have the footage. However, that doesn't mean that he's not going. I believe that he is going to go. I believe he is going to be locked up. Now, that's just what I think. I definitely think he's going to be locked up. But I mean, I guess just wait on it. Let me see. He said she got shot and walked out. The witness said Romika walked to her car. Valerie, I believe both of them pow Romika. Why are y'all saying both of them shot her? I don't believe that. Well, I mean, y'all are entitled to your own belief. I don't think that. I don't think he shot her. And I definitely don't think he is. He would. First of all, I don't think he shot her, and I don't think he's dumb enough to shoot her. He definitely is. He's not dumb. I don't think he would do that. She's the dummy. He's smart enough to. Let me keep that to myself, but let me just say this. I don't think that he did it. Personally, now everybody is entitled to their belief. Do I think he's guilty of something? Yes. I don't think he's guilty of shooting her, though. But that's my opinion. But I guess it'll all come out. We got to remember there's video footage of the incident from several different lenses, several different angles. If he shot her, there would be no question he would have been charged already. That's not saying he's not going to be charged, because I definitely think he will be. But I don't think it'll be for him doing it. I don't think it'll be for him doing it. But it'll definitely be for something else. But I'm gonna leave that alone for right now because I don't feel like getting into that. Hated that girl so much. I'm just looking at the comments. Okay, Stephanie Maxwell said I'm Chicago adjacent. Okay. Hey, my sister. It's getting late, y'all. I'm getting tired. He might have said that, Tabane, but I don't believe that's what he meant. I believe that he said it, but that's not what he meant. They're getting it from Key's last live stream. Oh, okay. Well, I like Keys. I think that he does good commentary. I'm not going to debate what he said on his platform. He's entitled to his opinion. That's just not what I believe. My husband's family always says he or she when meaning the other. They are Spanish as well. Never thought he did either. Yeah, TLC, and I think he misspoke, and I think a lot of other people know that he misspoke, but because they're in desperation mode, like they really want the girl to get off. It doesn't matter what they want; she ain't getting out, but they really want the girl to get off. So any little inconsistency that they can find, they're gonna find it and blow it up. They're gonna take it and blow it up. But you know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm so glad. Like, obviously, I'm a content creator, so I love the fact that the witness did an interview on Criminal Villains with with what's her name, Jessica Kohinoor. I'm so glad that she did that, because obviously it gives me something to look at and go over with my audience, and it's interesting, right? So, or whatever. So I'm glad that she did it, but I'm also glad that a lot of other witnesses have not come forward to social media, because what ends up happening is when you come to social media with what you've seen, or you're getting on these panels, and what people do is even if you are telling the truth, people go out of their way to try to poke holes into what you're saying. As a witness, you can get on the stand, and a good defense attorney is going to poke holes in what you say, even if you misspoke or made a mistake. That's what a defense attorney is going to do. They're going to try to make you look stupid on the stand. That's their job. They're going to make you look, they want to take away all of your credibility. So even if you make a mistake, they're going to take that mistake in what you said, and they're going to highlight it and blow it up and make it seem like it is the biggest part of the case. That's their job to do. Actually, did you all know that some witnesses go to training? Like there's literally training for some witnesses. Sometimes a prosecutor, before they put a witness on the stand, or even sometimes the defense attorneys do it too, but a prosecutor will have their witnesses do a mock, like they will literally practice trial with the witness that they're going to call on the stand. And not prosecutors, but the defense, if they choose to call the defendant as a witness or to testify on their own behalf, they will literally train the defendant. They will sit there through a whole mock trial with the defendant. Matter of fact, there are people that do that for a living. It's like a witness training almost, where I wish I could remember the title that they have, but basically their whole job is to train the witness, to break the witness down, to give them everything they're going to get when they get on the stand, so that they can be prepared for the questions. They're going to poke holes in what you say. They're going to challenge what you say. They're going to ask you the same question different ways to see if you give different answers to make you not credible. They're going to do all of those things, because a defense attorney doesn't care if their client is guilty. They don't care if their client is guilty. Their job is not being morality is not on the top of the list when it comes to being a defense attorney, because you know what they did. You know that they're guilty. Your job as a defense attorney is not to make sure that you fight for the right thing. Your job is to make sure whether your client is innocent or guilty, that they get off with what they did. It doesn't matter what they did. That's your job. That I can never be an attorney. I can never be a defense attorney, because if you come to me and you tell me, yeah, I am a sexual predator, and these are the people who they are all telling the truth about me, but I need you to help me get off, I'm going to tell you, get the fuck out of my face. I'm not defending you. I probably wouldn't make any money, but I don't know. Yeah. They did it to the witness in the P. Diddy trial. Oh, did they? I still didn't. I just watched the beginning of that P. Diddy documentary on Netflix. I gotta finish it. But they said it starts getting into excuse me, I'm getting tired. It gets into I guess like trying to like insinuate that he had something to do with the unaliving of Biggie and Tupac. I don't know, but I gotta watch it. But that's what I heard, and I heard it was good. Nisha said, yes, my sister had to do a mock interview to speak for my brother's trial on his behalf. Yeah, they do it all the time. They don't just throw a witness up on the stand. They train you first. So please know that. So for the people that think that these witnesses are just going to hop up there and fuck themselves, that's not how it works. If the witnesses are going to be called, they are going to be trained. Very well trained. very, very well prepared before they get up there. Which is why I'm so glad that a lot of people did not get on social media, because trust and believe that if a witness has been on social media and said things about the case on social media, if they don't stand and say anything different, they're going to be questioned about that too. You know, they're going to be like, well, what's this video on social media where you said this? Well, you didn't say that on social media. They're going to bring all of that up. You know, that's why I think it's so dumb for not for the witnesses, because they don't have any idea. They don't have no idea, but it's so dumb on behalf of anybody who is involved in the case or even connected to anyone involved in the case to be getting on anybody's panel, to be even in the chat, to be going live. That is crazy to me. Do you realize you're being watched? You know, remember, Holly didn't know she was being watched either. So if y'all think that they're not watching Carlos, you got to be crazy. Like I said earlier, I don't know if it's heroin, crack, ice, white boy. I don't know what it is y'all doing, but say no to drugs, because some of these theories out here are crazy. If y'all think that they were watching Holly, but they're not surveillancing Carlos, y'all are crazy. He was there. He was on the scene. And not only that, but he's romantically involved with the killer. They're going to be watching him like a hawk. They're looking at his social media. They probably done tapped into his fucking laptop. They probably got his phone tapped. They're probably listening to every conversation that he has. They probably done already dumped his phone and got all of his text messages. They probably done got everything he tried to delete. They got everything. They got it. They probably even listening in on conversations that Quadre is having. They probably got Quadre phone tapped. They probably looking at every status that he put on social media. If he's in any way trying to manipulate the case or anything with, if he's in any groups, if he's talking to anybody on social media, if he's working with anybody trying to manipulate the way that the case looks to the public, if he is having conversations with Carlos, if they're on the phone with each other doing three-way calls, any of that, they're watching everything. Who's this guy that's been posting all this stuff about Romika? Who's this guy that's been on the panel? Who's this guy that was on live with Carlos? Who are these people? Who are these people? If y'all think, I mean, I don't know. If it were me, I would not have any dealings with him at all. But that's just me. I mean, who am I? But if y'all think that these people are not being watched, you crazy. When they said that Quadeja was being heavily surveillanced, what do y'all think that mean? Do y'all think that mean that they just sitting outside like on the movies and watching her come and go? That probably is some of it. But that also means that they're listening in on her phone calls. You think they don't tap phones? They still do. They listening in on her phone calls. They're looking at, they probably got her shit set up to where every time she hit a button on her phone, they see what she's typing in. They probably like, okay, she went to Google on November 12th and typed in signs that I may get off with self-defense, signs that I'm not going to be charged. So, I mean, they probably see everything that when heavily surveillance mean I'm watching your social media. I'm listening to your phone calls. I know who you're texting and what you're texting. I know who you're calling and what y'all are talking about. I know who you're contacting and telling them to post A, B, and C. Same for Carlos. They know how Quadre got those videos. I'm just saying, y'all be careful out here. I mean, don't want to protect somebody so bad that you screw yourself. I'm just saying, y'all be careful out here because it ain't that serious. If somebody did something wrong, then they just got to pay for what they did. It's just that's it. Well, that's what the paperwork said, TLC. It said she was under heavy surveillance. And they were watching her. That's what it said on the documentation. Nisha said that's why I didn't understand why he and family members were getting on the internet screwing up the girl's case, like I said. And not only that, but they're still doing it. I'm telling you, I swear, I heard that this is just what I heard. And I'm pretty sure it's true because everything else that they told me that happened in court was true. That they told me that Holly's auntie, the one that's running around social media, talking to content creators, all in the chats and all of that, I heard that it was only a couple people that came to court for Holly, but they all sat together and the auntie did not sit with them. So I don't know what she got going on. That's not what the paperwork said. That is what's on. Okay, so she wasn't being heavily surveillance, TLC. So if you have other information, you can give me the information in my inbox. She's still in chats. She's still communicating. She's still posting in her stories. And not only that, but she's sending money to content creators that are talking about the story. You got to be careful with that because it shows that you're encouraged. I'm not trying to stop nobody's money. I swear. I hope that's not what it sounds like because I'm really, really not. I'm not. If she's, my concern ain't who she's sending her money to. It's more just, I'm just saying it looked weird. It looks weird. Witness preparation. Is that what it's called, Aries? A witness preparation expert? Okay. I knew it had a name. I just didn't know what it was. Yeah, TLC, hit me up in my inbox and let me know what was happening then. No, for real, because some people think they are slicker than the laws. Yeah, that's true. That's why I'm saying I'm going up, y'all. They definitely listen to the auntie because she having back end conversations with the auntie is not that smart. I don't know what's going on with her. And the reason why I brought up where she was sitting is because if I just assume they don't like her like that. And I'm assuming that she really means that girl no good because if you really mean her any good, if you have good intentions for her, why are you trying to destroy her case online? Because that's what you're doing. Because you're posting pictures of her. You think that's helping? Them pictures don't help. It doesn't matter. Them pictures, what is that about? And then she's too involved. Stop talk about something else. I mean, I wouldn't even if it were my family member, I wouldn't even be online mentioning it. I wouldn't be talking about it. I wouldn't be talking about it in private with nobody. I would not be connecting myself with nobody. I wouldn't be doing any of that. None of it. Because anything you say has the potential to incriminate her. Anything, because you're a family member. You have communication with her. So, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy to me. And then anybody that would even have my niece or my family member in a situation that she's in now, that's not somebody that I would be promoting and be like, oh yeah, they're still together, they doing good. And it's like, what? Why would you even still be encouraging that relationship? I'd be like, if it were me, I would be like, now look where this nigga done got you. I don't care that you're pregnant. I don't care about that you got the baby. This needs to end. This is toxic, and look at where it ended you. Now you're gonna have to do something different. Doesn't seem like this is the person that you need to be with. I mean, a wise aunt or a smart older woman would be giving a younger woman that type of advice. But whatever. Robin, thank you for that super sticker. I appreciate you. I mean, you right? Wouldn't that be the type of advice that an older woman? Maybe that's why she said she's not involved anymore. Don't tag her. When did she say that? What? Did she? Damn. After all, well, I guess she did enough damage, huh? I mean, damn, she should have said that before the girl went to jail. She should have said that months ago. I mean, at this point, it's too late. You said enough and done enough. You've been in enough chats. You've been involved enough. You know, you communicating with too many people. You doing too much. So it's over with now. Cause it's kind of late to fall back. I'm just saying. So I mean, but whatever. Delete it. Even if you delete it from your, you know what, y'all? While I was watching an interrogation the other day, and it was, y'all, it was so sad, right? This older black guy had came home, and at first I thought he did it, right? He came home and his wife was unalived. His young daughter was it his daughter? Yeah, she was like 9 or something, 8 or 9. She was unalived, and his older son was unalived. All of them had been bludgeoned. And so I thought he did it. So they played the 911 call. He called the police and he was like, you know, I just got off work. My family is dead. My whole family. And I thought he was putting on, right? So I'm listening. And this is another case where the murderer was called into an interrogation and totally said like terrible things about the victims. But and the person that was doing that ended up being guilty. So the person that actually did it ended up being the best friend, or no, yeah, he ended up being a friend. Like they had grew up together, and he literally had unalived him just out of jealousy, because the friend came from like a single parent home, poverty. And he, on the other hand, I think was like more well off, 2-parent household. They went on vacations and they would invite this friend that unalived his friend and his friend's family, went on vacations with these people and everything. But anyway, the reason I brought this up was because one of the reasons why he got caught was because they dumped his phone. One of the things that the detective said in the interrogation was, you know, all that stuff that that you thought you deleted, we got that, right? He was like, I wish I could remember what YouTube channel the interrogation was on, but I watched so many different ones. And so yeah, he was like, you know, and he said, no, he was like, no, I wasn't trying to delete nothing. I was just doing a hard reset on my phone, you know, conveniently after 3 people are unalived, all of a sudden he needs to do a hard reset. People are just, but anyway, he was like, so you weren't, you know, just deleting certain things. And he was like, no, he said, well, I just in case you did, I just want to let you know that we already know that you did it. We know that it's you, and everything that you think you deleted, we have it. I said, boy, these detectives some cold MFs. You hear me? They are cold. Told them straight up, you may as well just go ahead and admit. Man, when I tell you, these detectives are smart as hell. Like they are smart, and they look at everything, y'all. That's why I said, like, I can't speak. I don't know if it's gonna be a case or not, but if it is, it's gonna be a lot of shit that come out that we don't know about yet. TLC said, Upper, you have to see the post. It's on TLC news page. Let me look it up. TLC news. When was it posted? Oh, okay. Shout out to TLC. Let's read it, y'all. Okay, so this is the aunt. She made this post, I'm assuming earlier today. She says, you all tag me every single day, calling Holly a monster and attacking her character. I receive over 100 tags daily, and I need to say this once clearly and respectfully, and then I'm done addressing it for a while. 2 things can be true at the same time. Miss Romika Blackman could love her child and still have another side to her. I do not deny that she was a good mother. You didn't even know her. Shut the fuck up. Let me finish reading it. Let me blow this up so y'all can read it with me. I do not deny that she was a good mother. I do not deny that she had people who loved her. But what I will not allow is the erasing of the facts surrounding September 8th. How do you know the facts of September 8th? You were not there. You weren't there. And how do you know what the facts are? Because Quadeja told you. Let me finish. On that day, after dropping this, and she, it's so hard for me to read this because people are so easily manipulated, it's sickening. So just because she says that these are the facts of September 8th, and then she goes on to write a narrative of what happened on September 8th, people are going to assume she must know what she's talking about. Tamika Johnson was not present on September 8th. That's the first and foremost. Tamika Johnson was not present on September 8th. On that day, after dropping her child off, Miss Blackman went to Carlos and Holly, instigated the confrontation. Oh, this is some sick. This shit is sick. While their child was present, that matters. Holly did not encounter the version of Romika that people are choosing to highlight now. She encountered the same version many of you have already seen on video. The aggressive, violent, and confrontational version. This shit is comical. I can't even get through the reading. These people are trying so hard to make this girl seem like she was a horrible person. They are in overdrive. Y'all remember what I told you towards the middle of this live? When y'all see stuff like this, just why are y'all trying so hard to disparage her name and her character? Why do y'all feel like y'all need to do that? Y'all are doing it because you know Quadeja is guilty as sin, and you're trying to sway public opinion. But it doesn't matter about swaying public opinion. All that matters is what the courts are going to see and say. Public opinion really doesn't matter. So y'all don't need to go into overdrive on trying to sway public opinion because the public doesn't matter. Quadeja Johnson will never, ever walk foot in the public amongst the law-abiding citizens of the state of Illinois ever again. Not until she's an old lady. So it doesn't matter what the public thinks because Quadeja will never be released back into the public. Not for a few decades. So why are y'all trying so hard to demonize this girl? You guys are delusional. She's not getting out. She's not going to get out until your nephew is in college. She's going to be in there for a very, very long time. She's going to miss everything. His first steps. Kindergarten graduation. High school graduation. Prom. Everything. Everything. She's never going to be released into the public. So why is it so important to sway public opinion? Why is it so important to manipulate the opinion of the public that she will never walk amongst? If ever again. Let me finish, Reese. See, this is why I'm a content creator, y'all, because I talk a lot. But let me get back into where did I stop? Okay. That aggressive, violent, and confrontational version. This is one messy ass bitch. Go sit the fuck down. Didn't she start this shit off with, okay, let me finish reading it. This is the Romika who showed up ready to fight. The Romika who threatened Carlos with a large metal object while her child stood nearby. The Romika who previously stabbed Carlos. The Romika who had battery charges against Carlos. The Romika who sent over 19 documented death threats to Holly and her child, although she never met her. You're a liar. Prove it. You're a liar. Prove it. Prove it. Why is she doing this? Is it what is this? She's not getting out of jail. So what is the point of all of this? Is that it? Battery charge against Carlos. Oh, the Romika who told Holly grandmother, girl, go to fucking hell. Go to hell. You full of shit. You so full of shit. I see right through this shit. I see through this shit like a glass door. Do you see what I mean? Look at the difference between the defense or between the support. People don't have to constantly talk about Holly well, obviously we got to talk about Holly because she's the one that murdered Romika. But notice when people talk about Holly, they keep it on that day because nothing else, to be honest, it doesn't matter it really doesn't matter if everything that she just said about Romika in this status is true. Because even if all of that is true, on the day that Holly shot Romika, if Romika was in a headlock and took two steps back, like those witnesses said, or if the altercation ended and we don't know what happened next, then she's still going to prison for first-degree murder. It doesn't matter. Why? Here's another thing. Why is the auntie worried about what Romika and Carlos had going on? Why are you worried about what Romika and Carlos had going on? Ain't this about Holly killing Romika? Why are you worried about what Romika and Carlos had going on in their relationship? Half of the shit drama they had going on in their fucking relationship was because of your home wrecking ass niece. Half of the arguments they was probably having was because of your home wrecking ass OnlyFans page having ass niece. So what does that mean to us? Let me finish reading it. Romika's grandmother, Romika, whose behavior in court was so disruptive that the judge had to correct her. The same Romika people from my hometown seen me tell she need, girl, fuck you. I'm not reading the rest of that bullshit. Sorry, y'all. I'm not reading the rest of that bullshit. She's full of shit. This lady right here is full of shit. She's full of shit. It don't matter how many times you talk about what Romika did in her 31 years of life. Your dumb ass niece is not getting the fuck out of jail because she committed her. Period, point blank. It don't matter if you hook up with 15 more content creators and talk about what she did in her life as a young 31-year-old woman that lives in the inner city of Chicago. She done lost her damn temper. She done had somebody walking around recording her every time she lost her damn temper. So what? So what? It doesn't matter. Your niece, for once, I'm sure, because this seems like this may be the first time that this girl has ever had to take accountability. The state of Illinois is holding her accountable for her actions, and there's nothing that you can do about it. You can write a novel. You can write a thesis. You write a haiku. She not getting out. It don't matter what you post on your Facebook wall. Shit. The hell? Just ridiculous. Ridiculous. I've never seen nothing like that in my life. Sit there and talk about how that she's a good mother and then proceed to drag her to filth in a status. The girl is deceased. Please leave her alone. Damn. Can she rest in peace already? Damn, I mean, shit. No matter how bad you drag her, your niece has still been charged with first-degree murder. You have not convinced the masses that your niece is innocent, nor have you convinced the masses that Romika is evil, because the masses are not on your side. The majority is not in agreement with what your niece did. The majority supports Romika. A majority of people think what your niece did was wrong. So yeah, you got a couple of people that are, you know, falling for the bullshit, but a majority of people know that what she did was unnecessary. A majority of people are listening to everything. They listening to what the live streams are saying, what the witnesses are saying, what the news reporter said, what the judge has said, what the documentation says, where it says that the video recorded some of the incident. You guys, I said this earlier. Auntie, it don't matter what you say, because whatever that video showed has been submitted into evidence. And if a whole video has been submitted into evidence, there's something on the video that proves this was not self-defense. Give it up, Jack. Give it up. Shit, it's over with. She's finito. It's done. It's done. She has to pay for what she did. And that's the law of the land. We go around, come around. You took a mother away from her son, and now you're away from yours. And then what make it so bad, I just can't get over this, y'all. What make it so bad, y'all, is the way this girl sat there and had zero, I'm talking about cocky, zero care or empathy about what she did. Now, people will pretend like they don't know what I'm talking about when I say that, but she definitely did not have any sympathy for what she did. This girl killed someone. Not only did she kill her, but she left a 7-year-old child motherless. She knows this, right? But then she gets on social media. People, look at what she was doing, y'all. Think about how deep this shit is. This girl takes a mother away from her child, leaves a young child, motherless, then gets on social media and brags about how excited she is to spend the holidays with her son. If you don't think that that is beyond disgusting, then something may be wrong with you. Because how disgusting is it to get to knowingly, you know that the world knows that you took a woman away from her child. There is a little boy out there right now with no mother who has to spend his first Christmas without his mother. You get on the internet not even a whole month after doing that and brag about all the holidays that you're going to spend with your son, knowing that the whole world knows that this is the woman that was in the headline that dropped her baby off at school and left him a note in his lunchbox, and shortly after was murdered in the middle of the street. This is what people think of when they think of the story. You can't think of the story of Romika Meeks without thinking about her son. You cannot think of this story without thinking about her son. Her son is connected with this story and will forever be connected with this story. Holly knows that. So for her to go online and for y'all to actually think that this bitch is a good person, but she went online after leaving a little boy motherless. He had to celebrate his birthday without his mama a couple of days after she was killed. And he had to pretend to be happy because he wasn't, because I seen it in his face. He had to act happy for everybody that was there. And then you get online and brag about how you're going to spend. I'm so happy that you will not see your son for a very fucking long time. I'm so happy for that. Because when you take joy in someone else's pain, see, this is what happens. I'm so happy. I'm loving this for her. I just cannot fathom how somebody can get on the internet and have the audacity to say that she's being bullied. When this bitch got on the internet after killing a woman and taking away a little boy's mother and got on the internet and bragged about dressing identical to her new family. Are you fucking sick? See, I'm finna get mad. That's why I'm finna end it, because I'm finna get mad. Because bully? Do y'all not see the see, I guess you just gotta be in tune. Because if you don't pick up on that passive aggressive shit that she was doing on the internet after she did what she did, cocky, passive aggressive, throwing rocks high in her hands, with the little slights and antagonistic posts that she was making, passive aggressive shit. In other words, saying shit without really saying it. Because at the end of, oh, I can't wait to spend the next all of these upcoming holidays with my baby. You may as well should have put ha Romika, because that's why you can't spend them with yours. That girl hated Romika. She hated her. She showed no sympathy at all. She did not care. Even if you are arguing, even if you're in the middle of fighting with someone, when you take somebody's life, that changes your whole world. If you're a normal human being, it changed your whole world. Even if you know that you had to do it, it changes your whole life. Because now you got blood on your hands, even though you had no choice. But for somebody to be able to get online, post vacation pictures, not even get a shit time to marinate or die down, she was rubbing it in. She was rubbing it in. And that's why that stupid bitch is in jail. And I don't care about nobody feeling away because I called her a stupid bitch. I feel a way that she murdered somebody. Suck it up. Don't watch my shit if you don't like it. That's how I feel. Now, I'm about to get in my bed under my blankets and sleep real good tonight. I might put on a movie and just enjoy the weekend, just knowing that that bitch is in Cook County Jail and they ain't got no hot water and it's cold up in that motherfucker. And she probably, for dinner, is going to eat a slice of stale white bread with molded cheese and an expired apple juice. I don't know. Good for that bitch. Good for that bitch. I said what I said. I said what I said. Oh, and the last message that I had before I ended my live is, no matter how many times her supporters go live, and no matter how many posts they make, and no matter how angry they get, and no matter how many times they play those videos of Romika, she ain't getting out of jail. Laugh at that. No matter how many times y'all go live, no matter how many times y'all try to argue or debate or fight, that girl's still sleeping on a 2-inch mattress in the cold with orange scrubs on. Now, y'all have a good night. Love y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. And for everybody that helped me reach my goal, thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Make sure on your way out you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that you can be notified of the next time that I go live. And also make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. For the haters that watch me all 2 hours and 49 minutes, make sure that y'all go ahead and hit that like button too. because y'all watched me all 2 hours and 49 minutes because y'all just couldn't help it because I'm the shit. So make sure y'all hit that like button too. And shit, you may as well subscribe because you're here every time I go live. And hit the notification bell so that you can be notified of the next time that I go live. Love y'all. Peace. Y'all have a good night. I will see y'all tomorrow. Okay? I'm going to schedule it so y'all know when I go live. Good night, y'all. Bye.
I got a lady. Hey, I got a lady. Hey, name is the upper echelon. She a debater, baby. She can give it to you straight, no chaser. She got the smarts. She got the heart. She got the confidence. Baby, she the upper echelon. You know you intimidated.